undefeated, it's all fast. Pull up the seat and pull out a shot glass. Hard nipple wrist for the podcast. Try media for the broadcast. Straight up ballin' out on they fraud ass.
Let's go.
Pull up the seat and pull out a shot glass. Hard nipple wrist for the podcast. Try media for the broadcast. Straight up ballin' out on they fraud ass.
Watching around
Look,
the world.
Pull up the seat and pull out your shot glass. Hard liver wrist for the podcast. Try media for the broadcast. Straight up ballin' out on they fraud ass. The coalition of bitches, they talk trash. On the mission to fit in your soft ass. Rolling green and clubbing this golf class. Loaded lust couldn't say they lost ass. The conscious community streets is all sad. Niggas be thinking they heat, they all last. Be conscious of all the sand in the hourglass. Be humble when be prepared when the power pass. Old and young niggas, we all class. Ideology different, we move the ball fast. Yeah, these chickens is out of season, we haul ass. There's a reason we undefeated, it's all fast. Pull up the seat and pull out a shot glass. Hard nipple wrist for the podcast. Try media for the broadcast. Straight up ballin' out on they fraud ass. Pull up the seat and pull out a shot glass. Hard nipple wrist for the podcast. Try media for the broadcast. Straight up ballin' out on they fraud ass.
What it is though. Take y'all on a journey. Notorious is glorious, victorious. Yeah, yo. I ain't asking for a friend, I need to know myself. And if you never ask, how would you know yourself? It's crazy how your parents know you more than you know yourself. Growth is good, it's important just to know your wealth. Don't let them take advantage like niggas who speak Spanish and you don't speak a lick of it. The game will make you trip a bit. Street money is cool till you get sick of it. And all that bullshit that come along with it. Make sure you stay on your square and keep a strong pivot. Cause them cruddy buddies, they'll do you ugly. And why every female favorite question is, do you love me? And if you knew better, baby, you would do better. And once you know better, you would show better. Most men want a housewife, but me, I love a go-getter. Your ex pussy wet, but that new pussy be so wetter. No lies detected, just get high and accept it. Go ahead, talk to him, y'all ain't beefing like that. Come on, Doug, why you being like that? Man, let's keep it a stack. Why you say it if you ain't mean it like that? And when you say him, you ain't give him no rap. Man, let's keep it a stack. You ain't gotta say you gon' be right back. Stop bluffing, shorty, keep it a stack. Once you start something, you can't just leave it like that. Finish the job, homie, keep it a stack. When I was coke dealing, the rules was no squealing, no stealing from your mans and no feelings. For these hoes, that's just gonna mess up the guap. 10 toes down whenever you on your block, or even when you ain't. Don't know 'em from a can of paint. Just be loyal and trustworthy, you ain't gotta be a saint. A lot of y'all be geeking, backstabbing and sneaking. Nose clean during the week, but they dabble on weekends. Oh nigga, I be deepin'. Your niggas might be sleeping, but I was trained to tread water in the deep end. Jellyfish sting, but them sharks will bite your head off. Run up on you while you park, get the dumping, then they slid off. The hood know who did it, now let's see if your homies with it. Or your name die in vain, cause one of your homies did it. Ain't no reason to kill your man over a kilogram. Had you thinking y'all fam, then spin you like a ceiling fan. Go ahead, talk to him, y'all ain't beefing like that. Come on, Doug, why you being like that? Let's keep it a stack. Why you say it if you ain't mean it like that? And you see him, you ain't give him no rap. But let's keep it a stack. You ain't gotta tell me you gon' be right back. Stop bluffing, shorty, keep it a stack. And once you start something, can't just leave it like that. Finish the job, homie, keep it a stack. While I'm still rapping at 40, well, let's chat about it. First of all, my life's amazing. Let's get that about it. Wife is blazing, and her kids get the life savings. Follow the drip, nigga, my ice glazing. Yo, FSO, in the best that flow. Bars, storytelling, visuals, cadence and concepts, content, impact. Yeah, the boxes is all checked. I just need that one song. Yeah, that one song. And I could clutch the earth with just one palm. Never anxious, look in my eyes, I'm dumb calm. They either gon' walk with you or you gon' run for them. Either way, you gon' have to let your heater spray. Lose yourself, might even have to put that weed away. Now that's a lotto, that's my medication. Gotta stay high, yo, till a nigga die, yo. Album out now, hit the link in my bio. Go ahead, talk to him, you ain't beefing like that. Come on, Doug, why you being like that? Now let's keep it a stack. Why you say it if you ain't mean it like that? And when you say him, you ain't give him no rap. Now let's keep it a stack. You ain't gotta tell me you gonna be right back. Stop bluffing, shorty, keep it a stack. Once you start something, can't just leave it like that. Finish the job, homie, keep it a stack.
Yeah, DQ. Check. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. And you made it come true cause you stayed down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright. Nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. And you made it come true cause you stayed down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Calculated every step, so I can't stand a hater out here hating on. Niggas out here making moves, see a hand out the type of shit they waiting on. I'm the type to overlook a hand cause the wrong step will cost an arm and leg. Niggas tripping, signing deals in red. I'ma hit the booth and make some hits instead. Light years ahead, we done go short a couple of albums, see we up for the challenge. Now I'm focused on the bread, but these niggas be fucking understanding when it come to my talents. It just pop up past when it come to the salad, yeah, zips to the head. And we never mind hating consumers when it come to the rumors, cause we put them hoes to bed. Oh yeah, niggas try to take the page out my book and take the same steps I took. Network and cultivating relationship, a skill still for real overlooked. Whole squad moving like we Voltron, yeah, the whole nine looking like a gold mine. I'ma show mine, nigga, when it's go time. I'ma blow mine, niggas, when it's showtime. Niggas try to take the page out my book and take the same steps I took. Cultivating a networking relationship, a skill still for real overlooked. Whole squad moving like we Voltron, yeah, the whole nine looking like a gold mine. Only show mine, nigga, when it's go time. I'ma blow mine, niggas, when it's showtime. Yes, sir. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. And you made it come true cause you stayed down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright. Nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. And you made it come true cause you stayed down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Yeah. Big dreams, nightmares and monsters. Pimp thieves, hoes, thoughts and choppers. Crooked oppers, play cops and robbers. Sip lean, smoke weed's the mantra. Weigh risk against shit that cost us. Hit a lick, it tastes bittersweet. You just a good soul, you wanna save the world, but you ain't they type, so they hint to lead. Wholesome souls die and world's incomplete. So I chase the pain so I can chase my dreams. Liquor is licorice inside my candy shop. Candy paint drop, wood grain supreme. Good for it, I'm good for it. Start the wave, you'll see when you look for it. Real recognize the real you look for. Pressing your luck and I wish you would for us. You don't want a person nigga that be living on this North Star. So close but I'm so far. I'm a tiger in the woods but I swing like a home run. Holistically on par. You don't really want war but I'm raw like a
a tennis racket. Held by Venus, but I'm on Mars. So went the galactic is soup for your solar. Bring it back now. You don't want a person, nigga, that be living on this North Star. So close, but I'm so far. I'm a tiger in the woods, but I swing like a home run. Holistically on par. You don't really want war, but I'm wall like a tennis racket. Held by Venus, but I'm on Mars. So went the galactic is soup for your solar. Virgo. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright, nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right.
What up, y'all? What is going on, man? Listen, I had so much fun last night. I decided to hit the button and go live for a few minutes just tonight, just to see where everybody is up to and what is going on. So get on in here, hit the like button. I know I didn't advertise the show or anything, but how's everybody doing? Donnie Williams is in the building. Shout out to Donnie Williams. Danny Wilson, I still owe you one from last night. Good fight. Sugar Ray Leonard put pause on me. Straight knocked me out. Good shit. L Little Indian Pigeon Feather Bay. What's going on with you? My main man Smalls is in the building. My girl Mika. My girl Mika is in the building. Sid Breeze, happy pseudo wing. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. Dr. Benob, what it is. Big homie Dr. Benob. Afro Ninja is in the building, my main man. Yeah, Afro Ninja, he beat the brakes off me. Yeah, we definitely got to run that back. Cuban, my main man Cuban is in the building. Static One is in the building. Listen, man, listen. So let's jump right out there, right? We ain't gonna waste no time. You dig? Because for some reason, we keep on let me read this. For some reason, we still got people running around here talking about East Africans is Caucasoids. All right? So to make sure that we dispel, what is this? All of that nonsense, right? We gonna show how that shit is pseudo. All right? There's no such thing. And I don't know why we're just so fixated on promoting the wrong shit, right? So we need to figure out what would be the reason, right, why people would agree to racialized terms, right? But disagree with other racialized terms, is what I'm saying. So it says right here, ChatGPT says, is Caucasoid an outdated racial classification? And ChatGPT says, yes, Caucasoid is generally considered an outdated, problematic racial classification originating in 18th and 19th century European anthropology. The term Caucasoid was used to categorize people from Europe the Middle East, and North Africa and parts of South Asia based on physical characteristics. My bad. Physical like skull shape and skin tone. This classification, along with others like Negroid and Mongoloid, aimed to categorize human diversity, but was based on pseudoscientific ideas and assumptions of racial hierarchy, which have since been debunked. All right, so Caucasoid, Negroid, and Mongoloid categorize human diversity into hierarchies which have been debunked. I'm sorry. Modern genetics and anthropology have shown that human genetic diversity cannot be meaningfully divided into these racial categories. There is more genetic variation within so-called racial groups than between them. And the characteristics used to define these groups, like skin color or bone structure, do not align with distinct biological boundaries. Today, scientists and scholars focus on studying human variation through population genetics, recognizing that human diversity is influenced by a complex mix of ancestry, geography, culture, and individual variation rather than rigid racial categories. In modern anthropology, terms like Caucasoid, Negroid, and Mongoloid are largely abandoned, and more accurate non-racial descriptors are used to discuss ancestry and physical diversity. Simple and plain. Now, if Fetty is in the chat, now Fetty, we already agreed on this. So if you're saying anything else in the chat, right? If you're saying that I'm clustering, if you say people are Caucasoid, that's clustering. Because you didn't explain their ancestry, you didn't explain their geography, their culture, and individual variation. Where did I lie at? Where could I have possibly lied at? So anybody no. See, he said, bro, we've said these terms are outdated, fam. You still got to give historical context. Now, everybody on here is grown, right? It said that these terms came from 18th and 19th century anthropologists. That's the historical context. That's the history of it. He said, you lied by saying that we use these terms as truths. When you, hold on, let me get that right. When we told you it's outdated, bro. It's not just outdated, Fetty. It's pseudo. It's not true. no matter how you try to slice it into something else. Now, again, I've heard y'all over and over call East Africans, right, Caucasoid. Now, maybe not you. I'm not even going to put words in your mouth. But our Sonic said it, right? Ngozi says it. Chief X says it. Now, all of them try to explain it away in some fancy type of way. But you can't use it. And especially not the way that y'all try to use it. You can't. You cannot do it. So, that being said, what is that? By that being said, that in modern anthropology, terms like Caucasoid, Negroid, and Mongoloid are largely abandoned. All right? I was talking to y'all earlier. You say that the East Africans and West Africans don't have no connection. They are part of this out of Africa migration, and the West Africans, which were previously called Negroid, right, and all of these, right, have no connection to the people in East Africa, right, physically and linguistically and genetically and all. They represent a completely different people. All other people on the planet is connected to each other, right? And nobody on the planet outside of Western Central Africans is connected to these people. In Western Central Africa, the ones who were deemed Negroid. These people are genetically and morphologically different than all other human beings on the planet. Even their languages is not connected to nobody else's languages. Man, this shit, if that's not the same racist bullshit that was under Negro, I don't know what is. So, even if I'm fucking the science up, I'm saying the science that y'all are putting forth makes me uncomfortable. That's just me being honest. The science that y'all put forth makes me uncomfortable. Simple and plain. It makes me uncomfortable. These people that we enslaved and, now you got studies out that's saying that these same people who was previously called Negroid, now you can't call them Negroid no more. You call them Congoid, right? People. Whatever you want to call them now, because the name keep changing, right? Now these people is linked, right, to being intellectually slower than other groups of people. Now they got studies on this now. Well, they been said those things. Now they're saying that they got genetics and this and that can prove it. And if this shit don't make y'all feel uncomfortable, I'm just pseudo then. if all of this modern science is starting to say the same things that the 18th and 19th century racial anthropologists was saying, right? But not using those words, then I'm uncomfortable with it and I'm skeptical about it. And it's a reason, right? Now, you have to be super scientifically literate to understand this, that, and the third. Bro. As so-called black people, when we hear certain things, we should be more sensitive to it. We should be more sensitive to it. Because we already have parameters. They told you that classifying people these ways were wrong. Now the thing that y'all running with is language. Not only is it language, it's saying now these people are Afro-Asiatic speakers. Now, since they Afro-Asiatic speakers, that coincides with them being Caucasoid and Hamites and all of this other shit that was wrong before. So if Hamite and Caucasoid was saying these things and they was wrong about that, then Afro-Asiatic is just the newest term that's blanketed over groups of people and is trying to say the same things. And I have a sneaky suspicion that that's gonna move on to be abandoned. And well, the way that y'all are using it, I'll say that. The way that y'all are using it, I'm not gonna discredit the science altogether. I just don't like the way y'all using it. And so, oh yeah, that was from last night. I went back to my phone and that was on there. So, what is Eurasia? Eurasia is a large landmass that combines the continents of Europe and Asia into a single continuous geographical area. It combines the continents of Europe and Asia into a single continuous geographical area. Period. Yeah. So we should never get that wrong again. Well, Fetty, I'm 45 years old. I know a little bit of my history. So I'm definitely emotional, right? Emotionally attached to the categorization of my people. So you're a little bit younger than me, and younger people do have a tendency to be divorced of certain or try to or believe that they could live in a world where they could be completely divorced of certain emotions, right? I'm not in your age group when it comes to that. I think I have a certain reverence for our history and how we were treated. So I don't subscribe to facts over emotions. That's not one of my things. It's cute. It's cute to say it. You dig what I'm saying? Sounds good. But I don't live in that world. Right? I definitely have emotions over studies and things that say belong to ancestral wise are intellectually slower than other groups of people. How could I be, or that I'm completely different from all other human beings on the planet? Those things are alarming to me. That shit should be dog whistles to y'all. It should be uncomfortable. Anybody telling you that shit like that shouldn't be uncomfortable to you, I'm lost. I'm lost. So the Hermetic shit, the Bible shit, all of the shit that my man Fetty showed how, tried to explain how Western Central Africans were different from all other human beings on the planet. And then I say, well, what about the similarities? What about the things that connect East and West Africans together? No, we will run all the way to Ireland, right? So again, that's hierarchy. Again, masking itself as science. Anytime a person in Africa or people in Africa will agree to be labeled, right? That will agree to be labeled as Caucasoid, shows that there is an issue. They will say, no, I can see the similarities between me and other sub-Saharan Africans. But because I don't look exactly like one group of sub-Saharan Africans, I don't have nothing to do with these people. I have more connection with a person all the way up there in Ireland than I do with a goddamn another dark-skinned people that live on my continent that's right next door to me. I got more in common, right, with a white man in Ireland than I do with a goddamn Niger court, whatever y'all call it, a Niger, Congoid person. When they can share the same region, right? Far-wise, sub-Saharan Africa, right? They can have similar skin tones. They have similar body proportions, right? And they can have similar hair textures. All of these things, right? And even some facial structures start to look similar because nobody is a one-to-one. Nobody is a one-to-one. No group is a one-to-one. So y'all would deny, right, the similarities that Africans have amongst each other, right? And say, no, they don't have nothing to do with each other, right? They're not related whatsoever. These East Africans is related to other Caucasoids, a pseudo group called Caucasoids. Crazy. Dr. Banu, the U.S. classifies East Africans as black. Are you agreeing with that, Fetty? Or you agreeing with that the U.S. classifies Europeans and MENA as white? Which one? Because he said two things. I don't think he's agreeing with you. Clean that up. Clean that up. So, if people are trying to get away from being clustered and classified with groups of people, and they want their ethnic group to be spoken of without connecting, then I would say I agree with that. But the only thing that it seems that they have the visceral abhorrence with is with being connected to Black or other sub-Saharan Africans. Because in the same breath, if you would agree to be classified as Caucasoid, then you don't mind being connected to other groups that are in hierarchy, right? In political and racial hierarchy, right? You don't mind being classified as Caucasoid. But you have a problem being called Black and classified with the so-called Negroid. And you supposed to make me believe that you don't believe that shit is racial? I mean, give me credit, Fetty, for give me credit for at least adding historical context into it. Is there anything such as racism in historical context that our people should have it they should be cognizant of at all times? Or should we just be oblivious to this shit? Should we just be oblivious to science? Trying to categorize us and put us in separate boxes to be able to treat us a certain type of way. Should we be worried at all? Or should we just accept every stage of science as being the end all be all when the shit keep changing? First they called people Hamites. That shit was pseudo. Had to get rid of it. They called them Negroid and Caucasoid and all of that. They said that shit was wrong. They had to get rid of it. Now the new thing is Afro-Asiatics and Niger codophones and now that's the new thing. That's saying the same things that Negroid and all of the other and the Hamite shit was saying. In every new iteration, they got new phylogenetic trees and, you know what I mean, that proves this. And now we got genetic studies that prove that they ain't as intelligent. All of the shit that they said about the Negroid and all that, and you're not worried of that shit? You're not worried of this. It's just the science. I don't have to be, what would he say? How did you just say it? Divorced of emotions. Right? It's just the data without emotions. Well, we live in a world where we can't afford to not have emotions. not having emotions and standing up against things fucks us over. Thank you, Dr. Benob. Tell him again, Dr. Benob. Now, there's new data out that's saying that Afro-Asiatic explains what Negroid and Caucasoid and shit was explaining before. So now you can't use Negroid or Caucasoid. Now you can use Afro-Asiatic and Niger Codophone, and it's saying the same things that the outdated racial classifications are saying. And people are taking this hook, line, and sinker and saying it's just the science. Well, any science that backs up racism and try to use new terms for racist tropes, yes, I'm going to be wary of that shit. If Afro-Asiatic is a newer term to explain what Negroid and all of that, no, sir. Because it already told us that you can't do that. Let's read it. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's read it. Modern geneticists and anthropology have shown that human genetic diversity cannot be meaningfully divided into these racial categories. There is more genetic variation within so-called racial groups than between them. And the characteristics used to define these groups, like skin color or bone structure, do not align with distinct biological boundaries. Today, scientists and scholars focus on studying human variation through population genetics, recognizing that human diversity is influenced by a complex mix of ancestry, geography, culture, and individual variation rather than rigid racial categories. All right? Now, where in here does it say, hold on, let me move this up. Now, where in here does it say that language? Where does it say that that scientists and scholars focus on studying human variation through population genetics? No. They do it by Afro-Asiatic language. No, it's a population genetics. Recognizing that human diversity is influenced by a complex mixture of ancestry. No. Language phylum. Geography. No. Language phylum. Culture. No. Language phylum. It don't say it. It don't say it. See? That's just a newer way to say Hamite and Negroid and all of these other things. I'ma just be wary of it. But I'm an old nigga, Fetty. You feel me? You and I Sonic is way younger than me. This might be the new wave. This might be a new study that I can't get with. Right? I'm probably on my what's his name? My Walter Williams shit, right? This just a bridge that I'm not willing to cross right now. I might be on my Walter Williams shit and my Sheikh Anta Diop shit, right? I'm going to use the old shit that says that categorizing human beings that way is racial and is wrong. I'm going to just keep using that. That's just my hill to die on. I'm not telling nobody else to die on this hill with me, right? I'll die on this hill. You heard me. Shakir, what's up? Shakir say, all I hear is 18th and 19th century American. Okay. Shakir, do you agree that, how do we say it? Do you agree that you're North African? Are North Africans Caucasoids? Just answer that for me real quick. All right, my bad, I'm back. So, Shakir say, don't everybody have a Caucasoid skull? What? A Caucasoid morphology? But most, yes, there is also people with Congoid morphology. Maybe a minority, but they are there. There. Okay. So let's see what that says about that. Let's see what that says about that. Is Caucasoid an outdated racial classification? Yes, Caucasoid is generally considered an outdated, problematic racial classification, originating in 18th and 19th century European anthropology. It didn't say American, 18th and 19th century American. It says European anthropology. The term Caucasoid was used to categorize people, do y'all see that? Was used to categorize people from Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa, and parts of South Asia, based on physical characteristics like skull shape and skin tone. This classification, along with others like Negroid and Mongoloid, aimed to categorize human diversity, but was based on pseudoscientific ideas and assumptions of racial hierarchy, which have since been debunked. Y'all see that? Did I make that up? Modern geneticists and anthropology have shown that human genetic diversity cannot be meaningfully divided into these racial categories. There is more genetic variation within so-called racial groups than between them, and the characteristics used to define these groups, like skin color or bone structure, do not align with distinct biological boundaries. Today, scientists and scholars focus on studying human variation through population genetics, recognizing that human diversity is influenced by a complex mix of ancestry, geography, culture, and individual variation rather than rigid racial categories. Did it say by skull shape? Did it say by skin color? No. It says human diversity is influenced by skull shape. No, it don't. It says ancestry, geography, culture, and individual variation. And that there is more genetic variation within so-called racial groups than between them. But, we all have, and Dr. Bernard, Afro-Asiatic is a language phylum. And guess what? Anybody can speak a language. Anybody can speak a language. I'm sorry to have to tell y'all that. I asked them, were there black Afro-Asiatic speaking people? And they told me no. They told me no, you can't be black and Afro-Asiatic speaking person. Do you know how crazy that sounds? No black Afro-Asiatic speaking people. I mean, what are we doing here? Okay. Fetty says the various Afro-Asiatic speakers from Northern Africa and the Horn of Africa are suggested to have diverged from other African groups 50,000 years ago. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Here we go with the Natufians. Afro-Asiatic speakers display variable amounts of West Eurasian, primarily Natufian-like, but also Neolithic Anatolian and Iranian admixtures, with the remainder being associated with Nilotic. So how is East Africans that have black skin and curly hair not black in America? Hey, bro, Shakir, I have wh- I'm baffled. I'm baffled. So the similarities that those East Africans with black skin and curly hair have with other Africans like West Africans, they're saying that those similarities mean nothing. Their language means everything now. So they can have curly hair like other sub-Saharan Africans, right? They can have dark skin like other sub-Saharan Africans. They can have tropical limb proportions like other sub-Saharan Africans. They can share certain facial traits, right, as other sub-Saharan Africans. But no. They not black Africans. The only black Africans is the West and Central Africans. They're the only real black Africans, right? No, it's a different skull morphology of the East African. So we're going to put them into a category, a racial category called Caucasoid. And we're going to say that those other Africans, right, that got the same skin color, got the curly hair texture, got the tropical limb proportion, they go into another category called Negroid. No. That's outdated. Now we're going to say they Niger-Congoid speakers, and the other ones are Afro-Asiatic speaking people. And don't know and look that the other sub-Saharan African group of black people, don't have no connection to the other people in Africa. They just a whole nother group, and all other people on the planet are connected, and the tropical wet sub-Saharan and Sub-Saharan and West Africans are a completely different group and are not connected to all of the other human beings on the planet. And they not as smart either. Now, we got new studies to show that these Negroids, no, we can't call them Negroids no more. When they was Negroids, without the scientific data, right, they said that they wasn't as smart. Then when they was Hamites, right, and you go into the Bible, and we took it from there, they said, yeah, all right, we ain't gonna call them Negroes, they, whatever the fuck they was, right, Hamites or whatever, Hamitic shit, and they ain't as smart, right, or whatever. Now, the Niger Congoid, right? We ain't gonna use the Hamite or the Negroid no more. We're gonna call them Niger Congo speakers. But all in all, the genetic shit, everything says everything that we said about them when we called them Negroid, Hamites, and all that other shit. Now we using Niger Congoid, and it's proven everything that the racist anthropologists of the 18th and 19th century has said. That they are completely distinct and different from everybody else on the planet. And they not as smart. And I shouldn't look at that shit and be worried of that. I just supposed to be non-emotional and just go with the data. Well, I'm glad that black the so-called black people of the 18th and 19th century didn't go with the data of the Negroid and the Hamitic shit. I'm glad they didn't go with that. And the so-called black people of nowadays shouldn't go with that motherfucking Niger Congoid and the language file shit and the genetics that says all of the same shit that Negroid and Caucasoid and Hamitic and all of that shit said previous. If it wasn't true when they classified us as Negroid and said those things, right? And it wasn't true when they called us Hamites or whatever. I gotta look that shit up. Then what the fuck would make those same things be true when they call us Niger Congoids? Why should those group of people that keep getting their names switched and everything, why should we go along with that nonsense? See? And then I saw it come right in here and start tripping. He says Chef using black to be Negroid and not seeing morphology, phenotype, and population groups. See, again, Sonic, I'm not taking nothing away from your ethnicity. I keep saying that we're only talking about ethnicity. I'm not saying that you and your group don't have a distinct ethnicity. I'm saying that your distinct ethnicity is not racial. You're not racially different from West Africans. You are ethnically different. How am I wrong? Exactly. So the morphology and all of this shit that you talking about, right? That is an ethnic difference. That's it. So when you say you're not West African, right? Or like the West, you're talking about your ethnicity. That's all I'm saying. And y'all still fighting me. If I say that you have a different ethnic group, and ethnic groups can show clans, right? And different different physical traits, right? You got different languages, right? All of that. I'm saying, I'm agreeing with everything y'all saying. I'm just not going as far as calling it race. And I keep saying it, and y'all keep fighting me. So what are y'all possibly saying? If I'm not clear, and if I'm not, then how am I pseudo, and why are y'all fighting me? Unless y'all believe that human beings are racially different. How? Okay. Well, then so then I Sonic, then we on the same page. No, I'm calling Cushitic people black. I didn't. Oh, here we go again. See? You keep saying it's me. You keep saying it's me. Are Cushitic people considered black people? Yes. Cushitic people are generally considered black people or black Africans in modern racial and cultural classifications. Though the term black is broad and encompasses diverse ethnic groups, skin tones, and cultural identities, Cushitic speaking groups belong to the Afro-Asiatic language family and indigenous to the Horn of Africa and surrounding regions including Ethiopia, Somalia, Djibouti, Eritrea, Kenya, and parts of the Sudan. I didn't say that, Fetty. Do you get that? I didn't say that. And guess what? Sonic said he was black also. And he's an Afro-Asiatic, East African. Bro, I didn't force blackness on nobody. Afro Ninja, do you think I typed this shit? Are these my words? Are these my words? Calling anybody black is a problem. Calling anybody Negroid or Caucasoid is a problem. Yeah, no, the question is, the same people that called us black called Horn Africans and them black also. Y'all will fight to try to say that the Horn Africans are not black, but the Horn Africans will turn around and call the West and Central Africans black. So it's either nobody is black or we're going to put more than just one group in the category of fucking black. The same way Western Europeans are in the category of white and Eastern Europeans are in the category of white. So I'm saying that the West Africans in Sub-Saharan Africa is going to be black if we use it, and the East Africans in Sub-Saharan Africa are going to be black too. Or we ain't going to use none of it at all. Now we got to go talk to every West African and every East African. There's going to be people in East Africa who are going to say that they're black. Sonic proved it. Sonic says he's black. There's going to be people in West Africa that's going to say that they're black. And there's going to be people in West Africa who's going to say that they are not black. Yo, it's 12 o'clock. Fuck. That's crazy. Time be flying. They keep saying that I'm saying it. I was literally told that there's no black Afro-Asiatic speaking people. So let's ask some Africans. Hey, Shakir, is there any black Afro-Asiatic speaking groups of people? Hey, Asonic, is there any black Afro-Asiatic speaking people? Hey, Dr. Bernard, is there any black Afro-Asiatic speaking groups of people? I'm asking all of the Africans in here. Whenever y'all get a chance. So, Sonic, that's for me, you're saying that there's not no black Afro-Asiatic speaking people? Y'all see what Sonic said? So there is black Afro-Asiatic speaking people, or there's not. That's the question. Let's go back to that. What about the Afar people? Are the Afar people Afro-Asiatic speaking people? It says that the Afar people are a Cushitic ethnic group that inhabits Ethiopia, Djibouti, Somalia, and Eritrea. The Afar people. Let's see how the Afar people look. Where my share screen at? Now I'm playing word games. Y'all just don't like getting beat up. Every time y'all don't get your way, somebody is miscategorizing y'all. Somebody is using ChatGPT wrong. I mean, yada, yada, yada. Y'all the ones who said that there's no black Afro-Asiatic speaking people. I didn't say that, y'all said it. Yeah, I started playing video game. Cause y'all started arguing. I mean, well, not you. Sonic, you wasn't arguing, but you know, James and Ngozi and all, they get to arguing, and you dig what I'm saying? So, I don't know. So let me see. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. And Fetty, I think Fetty is scared that I'm giving away Black Egypt. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Let me see. Let's go and share screen. Let's get a screen share of. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want. So let's throw that away. We need a screen share. There we go. And we want to screen share the Google Chrome. Boom. We're going to screen share the Google Chrome. And we're going to screen share that screen aspect ratio. We need a custom. Boom. Cushitic people, y'all. These not black people, though. Okay. These Afro-Asiatic speaking people. They can't be black because they Afro-Asiatic speakers, is what I'm told. This is what I'm told. They told me that these brothers right here, that they not black because they speak Afro-Asiatic. I mean, where does it stop at, y'all? Where does it stop at? I mean, look at the braids on the sisters, man. Like what's wrong with us? What's wrong with us, man? So I look at these people. I see black people. I asked the AI that uses sources. Are Cushitic people considered black people? Yes, Cushitic people are generally considered black people. Oh, I could see that. I could see that. Right? That's clear to me. Black people or black Africans in modern racial and cultural classifications. Anybody who is called black is called black in the modern racial and modern racial and cultural classifications. That's why anybody on the planet that's called black is called black for those reasons. Okay? They're not called black because of their language follow. No, I'm told that they're called black because of their language follow now. No. It says people, Cushitic people are considered black people or black Africans in modern racial and cultural classifications. That's why anybody is called black. You ain't called black because of your population genetics. You ain't called black just because you got dark skin and you fucking Indian. You ain't called black because you speak a Afro-Asiatic or not black because you don't speak an Afro-Asiatic language. What is wrong with y'all? See, at this point, I don't trust y'all with y'all sources no more. At this point, I don't need y'all to bring me no sources. I don't trust y'all with sources no more. Y'all can try to twist a source to say the craziest shit ever. And y'all might be reading the wrong sources that agree with racism. So don't send me no more sources. That go for all you motherfuckers. I'm done with y'all and y'all sources. Y'all didn't show that y'all are completely incompetent of providing sources. So I don't want to see no more of y'all sources. Y'all didn't broke me with the sources. All right? Done with the sources. If y'all sources is bad, it should be. It should be, Fetty. The conversation should be discouraging. It should be discouraging. Anytime you bring me you're bringing me scientific sources that is backing up racism, I don't want no more of them sources. If those sources are saying the same thing that the racist motherfuckers was saying in the 18th and 19th centuries, but just using different language, different words, then yeah, I can't rock with that. I can't rock with that. He said I'm slandering. Y'all called me pseudo and said that I'm pushing Black Egypt. But I'm somehow slandering you. Mm. Well, I apologize if, apologize. I don't want to slander nobody. I don't. But everybody in these conversations, right? I didn't have disagreements with them. Right? Mm. Everybody is their own people. Everybody cluster and makes their own ethnic group. I agree. Let me look something up. Let's look something up. Black people. Mm. Mm. So heal the Islamization. Mm. Okay. I like that. Black people. All right, let's see. Black African. Not African American. Black. The U.S. Census Bureau defines So what's up, y'all? What's going on? I'm gonna take my ass to sleep. I'm tired as hell. Fuck. Pay that, then I'm gonna go to sleep. You got it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, y'all tripping. Heat Rock, what up? I'm over here chilling, man. I'm about to click on out here. But let me read this. Since they acting like I'm out to lunch, right? Was East Africans ever considered part of the Negro race? Because I read all of this in all of those books I used to read. Like, so for y'all to say that this is just out to lunch is fucking crazy. Yes, East Africans were historically considered part of the Negro race in outdated racial classification systems, particularly during the 18th and 19th centuries, when European and American anthropologists attempted to categorize humans based on perceived racial differences. The term Negro, along with classifications like Caucasoid and Mongoloid, were used to group people based on physical characteristics, particularly skin color, and was applied broadly to most populations in sub-Saharan Africa. However, East Africans often have a wide range of physical characteristics due to their region's diverse genetic history, including interactions with populations from North Africa, the Middle East, and the Indian Ocean. This led some early racial theorists to create subcategories within the so-called Negro race, or in some cases classify East African populations separately, which illustrates how arbitrary and inconsistent these racial categories were. Man, I'm done talking to y'all. I'm done talking to y'all liars. Fetty told me that East Africans were never classified as Negroes or Negroids. They were. Then to try to look at their skull and then call them fucking Caucasoid is telling you that all of that shit was arbitrary. It's what any anthropologist wanted to do with the shit. Because race is made the fuck up. But again, Sonic, you're the confused one. You called yourself black before and you called yourself Caucasoid. You still didn't explain how that shit works. Explain to me how you are a black Caucasoid. Sonic, you said that you were black. And then you also said that you were Caucasoid. So explain to me how you a black Caucasoid. See, the white man got you all twisted. Sonic. The white man got you all twisted. You go any which way, he blew you. Right? When you should just say, man, I'm Somali. I'm East African. That will be sufficient. But you said that you were black. And you also said that you were Caucasoid. That don't make me feel good. You said that shit. Like, bro, do y'all think that, listen. Bro. I have a classification that I call myself. I got a history that supports what I call myself. I teach this to my daughter. So me and my people are aligned and going in this path of being African American and being black. That's where we at. You said, Sonic, that you were black. And you also said that you were Caucasian, you were Caucasoid. African Americans corrected me when you're the one who told me that you were black. And you told me that you were Caucasoid. So why do we need African Americans to correct me when you're the one who should know what the fuck you is? You know what you are. You said you were black. I didn't fight with you. You said you were Caucasoid. I didn't fight with you. You have a right of self-determination. They can back you all they want. If they want to call you Caucasoid, should I read that Caucasoid and Negroid are outdated racial classifications? So you're gonna go with them because they back you into being fucking wrong? The nerve of y'all. The nerve of y'all. But listen, you here in America. You're right there in Canada. You have the freedom to be whatever you want to be. So if you want to be black and Caucasoid at the same time, fine. Listen. It's a dude down the street that says he's a woman. He got the right to be what he want to be. Oh, you in Africa right now? Shout out to Somali. Y'all got some fine ass women. Bro, yo said I don't like him for being, what is? Man, y'all are so testy. Like, I just don't understand. I have no problem with you being you. I love that you're you. I love that there's so much diversity in us African people. I love the diversity in us Black Africans. Black Africans, we the shit, right? We the shit, Sonic. We the Black Africans. We're so diverse, right? We speak all kinds of languages, being Black Africans. We live in the most exotic places. You know? Black Africa. You come from Black Africa, Asani. I read that last night. You don't come from all of Africa. You come from Black Africa. You don't come from all of Africa, bro. You come from Black Africa. I read it. Yep. It's good. He said, I cooked you already. Y'all think this a LeBron conversation or something? You got cooked. I just cooked you. Wow. You cooked yourself. You called yourself a Caucasoid. That's going to forever be on your jacket. You got to wear that, bro. You called yourself a Caucasoid. You wasn't on my stream last night. Listen, I gotta go to sleep, Sonic. Hit me in the Discord. We're gonna chop it up in the Discord. All right? I gotta go. I gotta go to sleep. Hey, y'all, I just came in here to fuck with y'all tonight, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through, but I gotta go to sleep early tonight. All right? Peace, y'all.